Picking apart one of the worst arguments possible for an afterlife. Dennis Prager's usually cool, but that video sucks and is purely emotional, and acting like a fool and thinking you're somehow objectively right. Yeah. No, I think anyone past grade school can see through the facade of the snarky, oh so rational character and see that there is just a large amount of ignorance there, trying to get laughs via low-hanging fruit, which I most certainly am not. Might I suggest actually looking into faith sincerely, rather than relying on mass perceptions of it, which you seem to have never really questioned, judging by your points against, and then trying to argue from the top down with this total lack of knowledge? Arguing from the top down is really an exercise in futility, and that seems so convenient for just throwing one's hands up and giving up and degrading into all this low-brow mockery and whatnots. I thought top hats were supposed to be more dignified than this, and clearly didn't watch that episode where you were humping yourself. By the way, at 6 minutes you present the most ironic and central evidence to how out of it you are, friend. The same wishful thinking of which you accuse Prager is easily applied to you, wanting so badly for there to not be a god, so that you don't have to answer to anyone for anything in the end, and can thus safely idolize yourself and your material possessions all your life. See, instead of evidence, these citations from the very book you don't believe in. And not even being conscious of how much you've babbled yourself and been babbled by your environment and my own long-winded post into this belief your whole life, being effectively as brainwashed as you would probably assume a God believer of being. As a former atheist, as conveniently as every Christian apologist online appears to be, up till my mid-20s, but now a devout follower of the correct version of Christ, as I happen to interpret him to be, I advise you to please reconsider, and at least look into it before acting so convinced about something you very clearly know little to nothing about, as proven by how you disagree with me, besides what the media and your peers have paraded about the last few decades regarding religion. Psalms 14:1 in the Bible said it over 2,000 years ago. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God, which of course is not something you'd expect a book attempting to give itself credit to say. That is, the objective archetypal fool is defined by this because the fear of God is the beginning of knowledge. See Bible passages that you don't believe in and therefore have no bearing on the subject. Here is the real message of the whole Bible. God loves you in a condescending sort of way and gave Jesus up in a meaningless sacrifice that only lasted for 3 days because he got to come back and become the ultimate ruler of heaven and have ultimate power and therefore never know any real harm compared to the pathetic little tortures he went through for, 1 day? So that we could come to know God and have relationship with him through Jesus and live eternally with him in a not homosexual at all way, both in this life and after it. See, Bible verse you don't believe in. At the end, only God knows for sure what happens after we die, but no man knows unless they trust in God. Which God? Look into it, and I guarantee that anyone looking for the truth will find it, and by that I mean the truth that I personally have found, even though there are billions of other religious individuals who have gone searching for the truth and found different truths than the one that I accept. I looked into all kinds of philosophies: Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism, Judaism. Almost was convinced by Islam, which shows you just how fucking dumb I am. But the Bible really has it all, applied literally where it is meant literal, and figurative where it is figurative, meaning literal when it helps support my position, and figurative when it makes me look like a fucking moron. How can you tell? Whoever seeks the truth will find it. Never mind that so many of them disagree with me after having genuinely sought the truth and found a different truth. In the end, you don't know with any certainty that there isn't an afterlife. The claim that no evidence for equals evidence for none is very, very poor for one, because what even constitutes as evidence of an afterlife? Do you even know? Well, evidence of a soul would be one, you fucking moron. There is one thing I know. If the Bible is wrong, and I die, and go nowhere— God damn it, Pascal's wager! If the Bible is wrong, and I die, and go nowhere, at least I have lived a wonderful, meaningful life, helping others as much as I could to live their best life. Never mind that plenty of people do exactly this, all on their own, without any need for fucking sky gods. But if the Bible is right, and I choose not even to consider it, and die, and end up in eternal flames, I am in for a really, really bad time, and nothing I can do can ever take it back. Please reconsider. God bless. Take it easy.